Hi students, welcome to the lecture series of Open Systems for Web Technologies. My name is Gopi Simhadri, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in VFSTR, DMUTB University. In this session, you have to learn MySQL functions and operators. So what are the MySQL functions and operators? So these are the MySQL functions and operators. Here you have to learn, these are the topics: operator precedence, comparison functions, logical operators, assignment operators, control flow functions, numeric functions, date functions and string functions. So these are the topics you have to learn this session. So first of all, MySQL operators. In that first one, operator precedence. So the precedence of operator determines the order of evaluation in terms of an expression. So here, for example, the first query, select 1 plus 2 star 3. Then what is the result? Here we are using two operators, addition operator and multiplication operator. So which one is the highest precedence? Multiplication. So then first 2 into 3, 6 plus 1, and the result is 7. So multiplication having higher precedence than addition operator. And the next one, select 1 plus 2 star 3. So here 1 plus 2 are within parentheses. So the parenthesis has higher precedence than multiplication. So then the result is 1 plus 2, 3. Then 3 into 3, the answer is 9. Okay, so this is the result. And next one, comparison operator. So comparison operators results a value of true or false and null operators. So here the comparison operator will return three values. The first value is 1, that is nothing but true value, and the second value is 0, it is nothing but false, and the third value null value. So these are the three values will return the comparison operator. Let us take an example. So here we are using, these are the symbols we are using in comparison operator: equal, greater than, less than, and greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and so on. So these are the symbols we have to use in comparison operator. Let us take an example. So first, select 1 equal to 0. Is it true or false? It is false. Then return 0. And the next one, select 0 equal to 0. So here 0 is the automatically converted into string function, string. Then the result is 2. It is nothing but it return, the value is 1. And the next one, select 2 less than 2. The result is 0. So 2 less than 2, the value, it is a false statement. Then the value is 0. And the next one, select 2 less than or equal to 2. So 2 less than or equal to 2. So here 2 is equal to 2. So then the value is, the condition is true. So the query returns the value 1. That is nothing but it is a true condition. And the next one, logical operators. So here the SQL logical operators here evaluate true or false condition. So here we have 4 operators we have to use in logical operators. The first one on logical and the next one negation operator, and the next one logical OR and exclusive OR. So these are the 4 operators we are using in logical operators. Let us take an example. Select 1 and 1. So here we are using logical AND operator. So in this logical AND operator, both values are true, then it will return the true value. So here the value is true, then the value is 1. So and the next one, select 1 and 0. Here the first value is true and the next value is false. Then the final result is automatically it will returns 0. And the next one, select 1. Next I am applying logical OR operation. So here I am taking first value, true value, and the next 0. 0 represents false operator. So here select 1 or 0. So here in the logical operator, if any value is true, then the result is true. So finally it will returns the value 1. And the next, select 0 or 0. See here both values are false values. Then the query results false. It is nothing but value 0. And the next one, assignment operator. So here we are using two values, equal and equal. So here both values are used for assigning the values. So here we are seeing, I will show one example. The statement select @ equal to 1, comma @ variable 2. So here I am declaring one variable 1, and assigning value for variable 1 equal to 1. Next I am declaring another variable 2. So here the first variable value is 1 and the second variable value is I am declaring as usual. Okay. So first variable value, it returns what is the value of first variable? I am assigning value 1. So then it will returns 1, and the value of second variable is automatically it will takes null value. And the next one, here I will show another example. First I am creating one table, create table, the table name is FOO, and I am taking one column. The column name is ID, the data type is integer data type. Next I am inserting values into the table. So insert into table name, values are 1, 2, 3. So here I am inserting 3 values, 1, 2, 3. Next I will set the variable values as AS. So here AS is one variable, and that variable value is I am assigning value 2. And the next @df, set @df equal to 2. So here I am assigning values AS and df, values are set 2, and here another variable value also 2. Next select id comma AS df. I am retrieving the values of these 3 variables, id, AS and df. So the final equal to id from the table FOO. So here it will returns 3 columns, the id values. So here I am declaring I am inserting 3 values, 1, 2, 3. So these are the 3 values, and AS. So by default I am assigning and setting the value AS equal to 2. So then it will returns the 3 values are 2, 2, 2. And the next one, @df equal to id. So here the df value is equal to id. So df equal to id. So what are the values of id? That is equal to df variable. So here the equal to operator is converted into comparison operator. So here the df value is 2, and here id value, first 2 is 2 equal to 0, then it will return false. So here the value is 0. And the next one, 2 equal to, here second value is, sorry, so first value is 1, 2 equal to 1. Then here the first row, 2 equal to 1, then 2 equal to 1, the value is, it returns false. So here the first row value @df equal to id. So here the df first value equal to 2. So 2 equal to, in id the first value is 1. So 2 equal to 1, then the value is 2 equal to 1. 2 is not equal to 1, then it returns 0. And the next second row, 2 equal to 2, then 2 equal to 2, the value is true, then it will returns 1. And the next 3 id, 3 equal to id value 2. Okay, so 2 equal to 3, then the result, so 2 equal to 3, condition false, then it will returns 0. So the values are 0, 1, 0. So the first value 0. So here the statement at the rate df equal to id. So what is the value of df? Df equal to 2. So df equal to id value. So here the first df equal to 2 and the starting id value equal to 1. So 2 equal to 1. 2 is not equal to 1. Then it will returns 0. So first value is 0. And the next second row df value 2 equal to id second value 2. 2 equal to 2. Condition is true. Then it will returns 1. Next third value id. df value 2 and id value is 3. Then 2 equal to 3. The condition is false. Then it will returns 0 value. So this is the comparison operators. Okay. And the next one, control flow functions. So here the control flow functions. So these are the control flow functions. The first one case operator, and the next one if construction, if null, and null if. So these are the 4 operators for control flow functions. Let us take an example. For example, if null function. So the if null function for having 2 parameters, expression 1 and expression 2. So if expression 1 is not null, if null returns expression 1 value. Otherwise it will returns expression 2. Let us take an example. So here select if null 1 comma 0, then it will returns the first value. What it will returns if null function? If expression 1 is not null but the first expression value is 1, then it automatically will returns the first value, that is 1. Next one, select if null comma 10. The first value, expression 1 value is null value, then it returns the second value, expression 2 value. What is the expression 2 value? 10. So then it will returns second expression value, that is 10. And the next one, numeric functions and operators. So here the numeric functions are divided into 2 types. The first one arithmetic operators and the second one is mathematical functions. Let us look into the first one, arithmetic operators. So the arithmetic operators are addition, division, subtraction, modulus operations. So these are the arithmetic operators. So let us take an example. Here 3 plus 5, addition, division, and select division by 0. So here 102 by 1 minus 1. Here it will returns. So division by 0. So 102 by 0. Division by 0. It will returns null values. And the next one, select minus 2. Unary operator. Then it will automatically returns minus 2 value. So these are the arithmetic operators. And the next one, mathematical operators. So these are the mathematical operators. For example, ABS function, then it will returns absolute value. And next one, A cos, arc cosine. And the next one, ceiling function. Next expression. Next floor function. Next ln function, logarithms. And mod function, then it will returns remainder value. And next pi function will returns the value of pi. And the next one, power function, then it will returns the power values. Let us take an example. Here the first statement, select ABS of minus 32. What is the purpose of ABS function? The ABS function will returns absolute values. What is the absolute values? For example, if we have to take the negative values, then it will returns the positive value, absolute values. Okay. And the next one, select ceiling of 1.23. What is the purpose of ceiling function? So here it will returns the smallest integer value not less than the argument. So what is the value? In the ceiling function, we have to declare ceiling of 1.23. So here 1.23. So here the integer value not less than that argument. So then it will return the value 2, not less than. So here the value is 1.23. So not less than. So the value 1. Then it will return the value 2. For example, I am taking ceiling of 5.73. Then what it will returns? It will returns the value 6, not less than this argument. Okay. Another example, 10 point ceiling of 10.83. What it will returns? 11. Okay. And the next example, select mod of 234 comma 10. So what is the result? Mod function will returns the remainder values. So 234 mod of 234 comma 10. So what is the remainder? The remainder is 4. Then it will returns the value 4. And the next function, date and time function. So here these are the date and time functions. Add date, add time, and next one, convert TZ. So this function will convert in the time zones. Next, current date. The current date function will returns the current date. And the next one, current time. This function it will returns the current time of the system. And the next one, date. Then extract the date part of the date. And the next one, date add. And the next, date format, date difference. So this function is used to subtract two dates. And the next one, day, subtime, system date. So here the system date function will returns the system date. And the next one, time function. So here the time function will extract the time portion of the expression. So it will return only time part. Next here the date function, it will extract only date part. Here the time function will extract only time part. And the next one, time format. So here the time format function will return the format of the time. So in which format? Hours, minutes, seconds. Okay, hours, minutes and seconds. So in this format the time will be written. Let us show. Here I will show one examples. The first function, add date. Select add date 2008 to 1. So here year 2008 February month first date, I am adding 29 days. So then automatically it will add the date into the date. So 2008, the next month March 1st. And the next one, select current date. So it will returns the current date. So this is the current date of the function. And the next one, select current time. It will returns the current time of the system. And the next one, select day name. So here I am declaring the date value 2020 August 15th. So the day is Saturday. And the next one, select system date. So here the system date will returns complete date. Here this is the date format, and next one, time. So both date and time will be displayed. Okay. And the next one, date difference. So here I am declaring two different dates, 2010 November 30, and the next one 2010 December 31st. So it will returns -31. Date difference. and the next function, and the next one, string functions and operators. So here, these are the different types of string functions. The first one, ASCII function. So here, it will returns the ASCII values. And the next one, binary function. It will returns the binary values and bit length, character. It returns character of each integers. And next one, like. So the like function will returns the pattern matchings. And the next one, lowercase function and LPAD. So the LPAD function will returns left padding of specific characters. In the next slide, I will show you practically how to perform these. These are all are the functions. And the next one, LTrim function. So this function will remove all the leading spaces from the left side. And the next one, reverse. The reverse function will reverse all the characters. And the next one, right. So it will returns the specified rightmost number of characters. And the next one, R-like and R-padding. So here, R-padding function will append the strings shifted from right side. And the next one, R-trim. So this R-trim function will remove the leading spaces from the after the strings. So total how many spaces are there in the string? All the spaces are removed from the right side. So here the trailing space. So trailing space means after the string total what are the space is given, entire space will be removed. I will show you with examples. So the first one, select ASCII. So here the ASCII function will returns the ASCII value of particular character, number, or whatever we have to mention in this function. So here select ASCII value of 2. So the ASCII value of 2 is 50. And the next one, select binary function. So here it will return the binary value of 12. So the value of binary value of 12 equal to 1100. And the next one, select LPAD. Here the LPAD function is used to replace the leading spaces with those special characters. So here LPAD of high with four spaces. Here we are replacing the special characters with the special symbols. So here total 4 spaces. In these 4 spaces, first we are applying LPAD function. So the first 2 spaces will occupy the special characters, and the next two spaces will occupy the characters. Whatever the characters we have to take in this function, that characters will be occupied the next positions. Okay. And the next one, select LTrim. So here the LTrim function will remove the spaces before the string. So whatever the spaces in the before the string, all the spaces will be removed. So here some space is there before the string, so it will returns the removed content. So finally it will returns only whatever the string in the function is there, that will be removed. So the LTrim function will remove the leading space in the string. So here some space is there in the string, that space will be removed, and then it will returns the string. So here it will return the Vignas string. And the next one, reverse. So the reverse function will returns the characters from reverse order. So here I am taking A, B, C, then it will return C, B, A. Okay. And the next one, select RPAD. So here we are padding means adding. Okay. So here we are taking total 5 spaces. In this 5 spaces we are adding right side. First these 2 letters are occupied right side, H, I, and the remaining 2 spaces are occupied with the special characters. Whatever the characters we have to take in this space, that character will be occupied the remaining positions. Characters, these are the special characters. And the next one, select rtrim. So here the trailing space will be removed. So the rtrim function is used to remove the trailing space after the string. So here the trailing space is removed. So here then finally it will returns the content, the Vignan. Okay, then it will returns the string Vignan. So in this session we have to learn different types of MySQL functions and operators like comparison functions, arithmetic functions, logical functions, assigning operators, and date and time functions and string functions. So these are the different types of functions in this MySQL. If you have any doubts, please mail me cgs_csc@vignan.ac.in. Thank you.